I already did. Like 15 minutes, 20 minutes ago.
Guys! Welcome to the wisniewski report, coming to you from Austin, Texas. How's everybody doing out there tonight?
All right.
Good.
I got two of my partners in crime with me. My other one should be along here pretty soon.
I don't know about.
Go ahead.
I don't know about partner in crime, but partner for sure.
Right.
Well, that's a joke there, Devin.
I used that same joke years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my other one, Mr. Adams, should be along here pretty soon, hopefully. Let's see something here real quick. Okay. How many of y'all watched the Super Bowl?
Yo.
Guys, I had to say something. That was the most exciting Super Bowl I've seen in years.
Yes.
Yep.
No question about it.
I mean, both teams came out fired up.
As I expected.
Yeah, I expected.
But in all honesty, now we see why Mahomes won MVP.
Yeah.
You sealed the deal on that.
And deservedly so.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't take nothing away from Jalen Hurts. Jalen came out and I don't like the Eagles at all. Y'all know how I feel about the Eagles.
Same here.
But I have to say one thing. That young man right there, he did pretty good. But now here's the question I have. Was it the coach or was it really him?
It was him.
It wasn't the coaches, in my opinion.
You think it was the coach?
Nope.
You think it's all him?
Nope. It's not his fault that Jalen Hurts fumbled that cost them the game.
No. I'm talking about the way he plays, the way Jalen plays. You think that was the coach's influence, or do you think it was
a little bit? Yeah. Oh yeah. It's the coaches.
Now with the OC leaving to go to I think it's the Colts to become the Colts' new head coach.
Yep, that's correct.
Are we going to see the same Jalen Hurts? Or are we going to see a different Jalen?
I think Lou can go first on that one.
Lou?
I think I'll probably see a different Jalen Hurts. I mean, I don't think you can expect the same as he was with the Eagles. Now he's going to transfer over. It's going to be a different style. This guy game is going to go to the AFC conference. They play a different style of football. So I don't think you're going to see the same type of Jalen Hurts as you had with the Eagles. I'm not much of a Ravens fan either, but I think I better have him on. No, wait, because I'm a Jets fan, so I wouldn't work either. So equally, I won't be able to stand him anyway.
I think honestly, guys, I think the way Jalen played this year, I think it was mainly on the coaches, on his offensive coordinator.
Okay.
Coming up into the next season, I don't know what Jalen Hurts we're going to see. We may see a totally different fall flat on your face Hurst.
It might.
Then again, he may come out and do what he did this year.
I think, in my opinion, I think Jalen Hurts is going to be kind of the same, but he won't perform as good as he did this Super Bowl one. but I could
I
be
agree.
wrong.
I agree with you. Devin. I think.
Yeah, you can't get much better than Super Bowl.
I think. I think 75% of the way Jalen played this year, I think it was mainly on the coaches,
Mm-hmm.
and 25% was him.
Yep.
And what caused? I'm going to say this right now. Again, I'm not an Eagles fan, but I think what caused the Eagles to lose that game was that one call where he had a hold of that Chiefs receiver.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
What? Two? I got two.
Okay, what two of those?
With the pass interference on the final drive when he was held on his right side, not his left,
I seen that one.
Okay.
and then a Jalen Hurts fumble that was returned for a touchdown. That gave the Chiefs back in the game, tying it up.
And also another thing too, you seen how that Eagles defense was playing in the first half. They were playing lights out, smack you in the mouth type defense.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the second half, they came out and just said, "Screw you, we're done."
Yeah. They just rolled themselves out. That's it.
The situation I've been saying all year, and nobody listened to me, was the Eagles are not a second half team.
No.
They play good in the first half. Second half, they come out and just roll over.
Mm-hmm.
No, like, okay. I think what happened. I think another thing too that happened with the Eagles is they got big heads in the first half.
And big egos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Eagles got too big for their helmets.
Yep, ego.
Yep.
And then the Chief says, "Okay, your Eagles are too big. We're just going to come out and bomb you." And then I don't know if y'all seen the story that I posted in the chat group about some of these Eagle fans are saying they need to test Mahomes for performing enhancing drugs.
I heard that. That's ridiculous.
Come on,
Any excuse, not only for Eagles fans, but any excuse for the losing team winning in a championship game. It's just excuses, but
it is
exactly.
Stupid.
And also, they're also saying, well, he was limping in the first half on that ankle. Then he comes out in the second. Hey, that's just Mahomes,
right?
And you should have seen him in the AFC divisional game against the Jags. Even though he was hurting, he still wanted to play. But Andy Reid and the medical staff forced him to get off the field.
Yeah.
Well, that was a good reason. If you're hurt, I mean, you need medical attention.
Exactly.
So that was the right move there.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say this right now about Mahomes. He's going to be a first-round Hall of Famer.
No question about that.
At this rate, yeah, I agree 100%.
To be honest with you, the way the Eagles played this year, I didn't think the Chiefs had a chance.
I did.
But they came out. The Chiefs came out and showed that they could play with them, and they did pretty good.
Were you surprised?
With Patrick Mahomes as quarterback? No,
absolutely not.
The Chiefs overall.
And then not to count out Travis Kelce.
I don't know why. I don't understand how people can leave him wide open. He's the number one receiver for the Colts, even though he's a tight end.
And
he's always open.
And he's the best tight end in the league right now.
Yes.
He's been for a while.
I mean, you leave Travis Kelce open, he's going to pick up 10, 15 yards every time.
Yep. Of course.
I mean, it's just that man right there. He's Travis Kelce. He's just He's just awesome on the field. But let's who watched the NFL honors?
Saw a little bit of it.
I didn't watch it.
Okay,
Nobody does.
I got a list of players who took home awards that night. But
Well,
first of all, one thing, Lou, what do you think about Kelly Clarkson's dress? She was dressed all in a cowboy.
She is a Cowboy fan for sure, but I don't know, maybe a little bit overdone.
Yeah, it was a little out there.
Yeah.
Offensive Player of the Year. This is no surprise, and went to Justin Jefferson of the Vikings.
Mm-hmm.
no surprise.
No surprise. Defensive Player of the Year. No surprise. Nick Bosa.
Of course.
Rookie of the Year went to Wilson of the Jets.
Oh, Gary. What's his name?
Gary.
Something. Gary. I was right. Gary Wilson, the wide receiver.
Defensive Player of the Year. Where's my sauce?
Sauce Gardner.
Yup. And I tell you what, Lou, y'all got a diamond in the rough with that young man.
Yeah. I mean, we did choke down the stretch, but still, it was enough, for at least they didn't go away, they just didn't go away, losers. They managed to get 2 awards. So it was a productive award show for the Jets.
All you need is a quarterback.
Yeah, all y'all need to do is get a quarterback. And
every time they got a quarterback, he just.
For one, okay. Here's what I think is wrong with the Jets right now. One, y'all need a coach.
Right.
Oh.
Yes, they need a coach that knows how to use the talent that the Jets have. The Jets are a talented team, and they need to get a quarterback. If they get those 2 things, they can make a run.
Yeah, for playoffs, yeah, they can do it. But if they draft a quarterback this year, this draft is loaded with quarterbacks. They got C.J. Stroud, Bryce Young, Stetson Bennett. You got
Bryce Young.
Yeah, I said Bryce Young, and then that guy from Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
What's his name? Shoot.
But you know what I'm talking.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of his name right now.
Right.
But there's rumors that Bryce Young's going to go to Houston.
Have fun in Houston.
Yeah.
But the quarterback.
I'm sorry.
The quarterback I see fitting in well with the Jets. Give me for saying this. I know you don't care much for Georgia. But I think Stetson Bennett would be good with the Jets.
Really?
Yeah.
Post style offense in Georgia, and then he can run when he needs to.
Yeah. And he's got an arm.
Yep.
That's for sure.
No, so I would pick. If I was the Jets, I'd pick up Stetson.
Yeah, but Stetson Bennett, he needs to be a little quicker on his decisions.
Yeah, that's the only thing that's wrong with him. But I think if he goes to a team with a good a good offensive coordinator, like the Jets have. The Jets do have a decent offensive coordinator. I think if he goes to a team with a decent offensive coordinator that can work with him and get him to be better on the quick releases, I think he'd be a good quarterback. That's the only thing that's the only downfall to Stetson is he doesn't have that quick release.
But okay, if they do that, what do you think they're gonna do with Zach Wilson?
Well, here's what I think. Here's what I think would happen. Okay, draft Stetson Bennett.
Yeah.
Keep Zach Wilson for a year. Okay.
Have him as a backup.
Now listen, keep Zach Wilson for a year because Zach knows the playbook.
Yeah.
Okay. Let Stetson sit behind and learn the playbook. Then after that year's up, see what you can get for Zach in a trade.
You're gonna okay, but all right, I understand.
That's just coming from a fan's point.
Right.
Yeah.
Now us as fans, we don't know what goes on behind closed doors in team meetings.
Yeah.
No. They could tell Zach, look, your time's over with the Jets. Take a hike away.
Yes.
But then again, they could keep Zach for a year and let Bennett grow. It all depends. And here is no surprise on Coach of the Year. I knew this man was going to get it.
So did I.
Same.
The Bowl.
Yes.
The New York Football Giants.
I mean, if you sit there and watch the Giants last year, they stumbled. They were their own worst enemy last year.
Yes.
This new coach comes in. First year head coach, guys. First year head coach. And takes them to the playoffs.
With that roster?
With that roster that the Giants had, that's pretty impressive.
Maybe they get
with them having a new head coach and Daniel Jones and all that. I didn't see the Giants making the playoffs.
Me neither.
Nobody did, actually. That was the big surprise of the year.
Then when they said, well, the Giants are making the playoffs, I'm like,
huh?
Yeah.
You're like, huh?
Like, no, y'all need to go back. Y'all need to go back and recount this because something's not right.
Yeah. So what does this mean for Daniel Jones when he doesn't have his fifth year option picked up?
Bye bye.
You're out of here.
You think so?
Yes.
You watch this. If they don't make this move, I will come on here on live and say I was wrong. But you watch the Giants pick up CJ Stroud.
Aha.
The Giants got to trade up for him, though, CJ Stroud, because by the draft experts on ESPN and NFL Network, they have CJ Stroud going to the Colts.
Well, then again, we've seen this happen before in a draft. Teams willing and dealing and trading.
You're gonna give up a lot.
But now, if I was the Colts, and I know I need a quarterback, because Matt Ryan didn't get it done.
Nope.
He needs to retire. I'm sorry, Matt Ryan, but you need to retire.
I think he's the best. Yeah.
Rivers couldn't get it done. And Goff couldn't get it done. The issue with the Colts right now, I'm going to say this, is coaching.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think? What do you think they mean? Like what? Jeff Saturday, Frank Reich, Jim Carrell.
Now with this new coach coming in with him being an OC, former offensive coordinator, that's going to help the coach get a decent QB.
Mm-hmm.
Now Stetson Bennett could end up with the Colts.
Mm.
But people are projecting him as he's being like a third round or fourth round draft pick.
I see Stetson going either going in round 1 or round 2.
I think that too, but the 3 it's too low. But we'll see.
Yeah.
Now Bryce Young, he's gonna be the number 1 and he's gonna go number 1 in the first round. He's gonna be the top pick of the night.
The number 1 pick is the Bills.
No. It's wait a minute. The Bears do have the number 1 pick.
Yeah, Chicago. Yeah, the Bills. That's what I said.
And
I thought you said Bill. Sorry.
Justin Fields, and the Bears are not going to let go of Justin Fields.
Nope.
So I say, Young's gonna go in the first round. Number 2 to the Houston Texans.
Sorry, about Young.
I know his pro career is gonna be over even before it gets started.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
but
it has already.
that ownership and front office, it's really messed up.
Because Houston don't have an offensive line. They don't have a defense. They can't keep a coach for more than a year. So let's see what happens. Comeback player of the year. This is no surprise. Geno Smith.
Yep. I was surprised he did well.
Yeah.
He did surprise me. Really, he did.
I gave Geno Smith zero chance. On the Seahawks, I gave them no chance.
I didn't either. I kept
Sure. Now
telling
he
everybody.
has a career year. He couldn't do anything with the Jets, but he goes over here and has a career year. Just makes me sick.
I know. Lou's a little salty.
You can say that again.
Lou's a little salty.
I think I ever liked to be.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
and I didn't even give Geno Smith a chance this year. Because I was going off of his past performances. Look what he did with the Jets.
Nothing.
Look what he did with the teams he was with. Nothing.
Nothing.
Backups.
He comes over to the Seahawks and gets them 2 games away from the playoffs. And you're like, okay, how come you couldn't do this with the other teams you were with, but you come over to the Seahawks and you tear the competition apart?
Yeah. At one time, the Seahawks was first place in the division.
Yeah.
Yes.
Moment of the year. That goes to Justin Jefferson of the Vikings also.
On what play?
I don't know. They didn't say. They just said the moment of the year. Here's no surprise, guys. We were talking about this. MVP, Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I would have gave it to the medical staff that saved
I would too.
Yeah.
I would too.
To Mr. Hamlin from the Bills, number 3.
Yeah. Oh, remember when he showed up at the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Everybody's saying that was not really him. That was somebody dressed up to look like him.
Yeah,
It
right.
was him.
Because if you look at, because they were doing a side by side comparison. Hamlin had a tattoo on his neck right here. Okay.
Yeah.
This guy did.
But he was wearing a jacket, like a Leatherman jacket from high school, so it was covering it. So
you could, the jacket was up like this.
Yeah, with the collar up. Yeah.
And
he was sitting next to Mr. Goodell and the Kelsey mom.
Oh boy, got Man of the Year. So congratulations to all the winners and all the nominees for this year's NFL honors. Better luck next year, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Congratulations, even Geno Smith. Oh dear. Oh.
Hey.
Sorry.
Hey.
But
Dak Prescott can say he went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yes. Right.
And also another thing too. Another way you can say that the city of Dallas got another Super Bowl.
Because the closest.
The reason why I say that, the Kansas City Chiefs were the old Dallas team back in the 50s.
Yeah, Dallas Texans.
Dallas Texans.
Lamar Hunt bought the team from Dallas, moved them to Kansas City, became the Kansas City Chiefs. The Cowboys did not come into until 1960.
Yeah. Right.
So Dallas still owns the rights to the Dallas Texans. So if they wanted to, Dallas could bring the Dallas Texans back. But of course, we know Jerry Jones ain't gonna let that happen.
Well, you only have the Houston Texans, so that wouldn't really work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too. But
I mean,
I know that.
I mean, in a different sport, yeah, it's fine. But in the same league, you have two teams named Texans. No, it's not
actually,
very.
that'd be
That's not
three
very
teams
smart.
in Texas. You would have the Cowboys, the Houston Texans, and the Dallas Texans.
That wouldn't work. Two teams named Texans. Yeah.
And
No.
2 teams named Dallas.
We have
No.
Dallas going against Dallas. Now wait a minute. What Dallas team going against what Dallas team?
Right.
Yeah.
And back to the Super Bowl real quick.
Would never work.
Then we go into the Hall of Fame. Did y'all see or hear about these crazy, idiotical Eagle fans tearing stuff up in Philadelphia?
The ridiculous moment of the week right here. I mean,
Yes.
look, everybody's
This has to be the most ridiculous moment of the week.
Yes.
Okay.
You know,
How in the hell, excuse my French, but how in the hell
I thought it was German.
you going to go out there and tear up your town after your team loses a game? Come on, guys. It's just a stinking game.
Because Philly is a bunch of sore losers. I mean, look, the Phillies lost the World Series this year. The Sixers haven't gone anywhere. The Flyers are just drowning, and this really gives the Eagles the hope. The Philadelphia Union's nothing to write home about either. Sorry, Devin. They were so close. They thought they had it in the bag, and then after the fumble by Jalen Hurts, Philly just went uproar and was like, "That's it. I'll smash my TV set out the window and everything else."
Look how many times
your TV.
We've been there 8 times. We've been to the Super Bowl 8 times, and only won 5.
That's still a good record.
Okay,
that's a pretty good track record.
After those 3 games, you didn't see us out there going tearing stuff up in Dallas.
No.
Nope.
We went to San Antonio and did that. No. Okay.
Oh, okay.
No, but
sorry.
You didn't see us out in Dallas tearing stuff up or
no
out there protesting or rioting or any of that.
Protesting what? You lost. You're protesting what?
Yeah. Philly's gonna riot anyways, win or lose. If they won the Super Bowl or they lost it, they're gonna riot anyway. So
they say the Jets have the worst fans. No, Philly has the worst band.
By a long shot, Philly has the worst fans.
I got a question to ask the Eagle fans. How does that one ring taste?
Yeah.
One ring, Eagles.
One ring. The Eagles kind of remind me of like a school at recess time.
They've been to 4 Super Bowls and only won 1.
Yeah.
That's pathetic.
Yes. But the Eagles kind of remind me of school on Saturday. No class. Oh boy.
Oh, okay.
Gerald, I don't know if Devin will get that, but I'll explain it another time.
I got it, Lou. I got it.
You got it. Yeah. Well, don't forget, Gerald and I are both from the same generation. Devin, well, he's kind of young, so he probably wouldn't get it. But I'll explain it
I got it, but it's just bad.
Okay.
It was
okay.
I got it, but it's just a bad joke. But A for effort.
It was kind of bad, but hey, it was funny though. It was funny.
My crew would get on Saturday. They'll get it, I think.
Then Hall of Fame was announced.
Yes.
Yeah.
What a class this year, guys.
Yep.
Yeah. Decent class.
We had 2 Cowboys that got inducted.
Even better.
We got Mr. Mustard, DeMarcus Ware that got in.
Hold that mustard.
Now, if you're not, I know a lot of people don't. I know we have some people that are not Cowboy fans, but those that are not Cowboy fans have to say that Marcus Ware was a good linebacker.
Yeah. Especially in Denver, as I remember him as.
When Denver cut him, okay.
Right.
He went back to Dallas, signed a 1-day contract.
Of course he would.
To retire as a Cowboy.
course.
Of course he. Of course. Wait, what do you expect?
Nothing else much.
And then we had Joe Thomas, Zach Thomas,
Who's
Darnell.
Zach Thomas? Is he the linebacker?
He played for the Dolphins.
Was he that linebacker?
Yes.
Okay. I think I know. I think I have an idea who you're talking about.
Darnell Revis.
Another good fit, another good choice.
Rondell Barber.
I hated that guy, but good choice.
Chuck Howey.
That was Howe.
Chuck Howe. Lou and I know who he is. He played on the 1970s Dallas Cowboy team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The championship squads.
He was known as a sack monster.
Mm-hmm.
No defensive end, linebacker, nose tackle.
What was he, Lou? Linebacker, wasn't he?
Linebacker. Yeah, I think it was a linebacker.
Yeah, he
Okay.
was a linebacker. He lined up on the opposite side of Leroy Jordan.
Leroy Jordan. Okay.
Those two right there back in the 70s, they were the best pass rushers that Dallas ever had.
Yes. Definitely you should have been there.
Thank goodness I wasn't.
Yeah.
But guys, we had an awesome class going in this year.
We sure did.
You forgot to announce Revis Island.
Oh God.
Okay.
I knew you were gonna go down, Devin. I knew you were gonna go there.
No.
I
No,
knew you were
Deville
gonna
Revis.
go there. It was just a matter of moments.
Deville Revis, congratulations.
But congratulations to all the nominees and the finals for the Hall of Fame. Y'all deserved it. Y'all should have been in there last year.
Yep. I thought Lou would be happy for Deville Revis.
Yes, I would.
Because he was a Jet at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Majority of his career.
And that man right there,
Locked down.
He was a hell of a player.
Locked down. Anywhere you go, he goes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't play the player. He played the football. Wherever that football was, that's where he was.
Yep.
Right.
Okay. Next topic.
And before we move on, guys, did y'all hear about the shooting up at Michigan State?
Yes. Very tragic story.
Three people lost their lives in that. So I want to send my thoughts and prayers out to the families of the victims.
Yep.
You know, I don't care if you're a parent or not. You know, look at me. I'm a father. I'm a grandfather.
Mm-hmm.
If I get that call saying, "Hey, your son or your granddaughter has been shot," I don't know what I would do in that moment.
Me neither.
You know, because when it first happened, and you get that news, your body goes numb.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're just like, this is a nightmare. I'm going to wake up at any time.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, you don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
So let me look something up here, guys, because y'all heard that MLB is starting up pretty soon, and I heard that, and they came out with the report dates. So I'm going to see if I can find the report dates real quick. I was going to write them down, but I was in the middle of doing some last minute stuff before the show. Then the laptop decided to take a dump on me. No, I don't want to update. This just came through, guys. McCarver championship catcher turned famed broadcast guys at 81.
Tim McCarver, yes.
Yeah. How old was he?
He was
81.
81.
Okay. Well, he had a good life.
Yes.
I'm trying to find it, but it's not. Okay, open. This is not what I was looking for, but hey,
Mhm.
okay. That's not it. Uh, Devin, if you want to, you can go ahead and go on with the stuff you wanted to talk about while I'm looking for this.
Okay. Well, sticking with college sports, unfortunately, I don't know if you Lou heard this, but New Mexico State University's men's basketball program has canceled their season
Yes.
due
Yes,
to
I have.
allegation of hazing, including
Mhm.
um, false imprisonment
I've
and
heard about that.
criminal sexual harassment. So players are touching other players, unfortunately, which means that they canceled the season, so they're out of the conference rack tournament and the NCAA tournament with a miserable record of nine wins and 16 losses.
Hmm. Well, you're
Two,
okay, so you weren't going anywhere anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But you gotta pull an old stunt like this. I mean, you're not deserving of playing anyway. I thought
and
Exactly.
hazing's
and
been
then New
around since
Mexico
the 60s.
State, yeah, and additionally, New Mexico State fired the head coach, first year head coach,
As they should.
and this is the second incident in 3 months because in December, there was a shooting up here at University of New Mexico where I'm at currently,
I
Yes.
heard about
and
that.
and then unfortunately, UNM students passed, and then they stopped the New Mexico State bus saying that they were trying to look for a weapon that they saw one of the players had the possession of the gun. So it just went downhill for New Mexico State. Unfortunately, New Mexico State is a somewhat popular team here where I'm at, but it's disappointing, and I feel bad for the families, the players who was harassed by removing their clothes. They were pinned down. The clothes were being
Mhm.
removed, and I don't want to have my child or my friend being that way because that's psychological affected. So
Yeah.
it sucks. New Mexico State was appeal for a game, but they canceled it because of the shooting, and then this happened. So because the campus is only 3 hours away south from me, 3 hours away, and I
Mm.
was just there. I was just down in that area from doing my job last week, like 10 minutes away from the campus. And I don't know how the coaches, especially the head coach, allowed this, but they were saying that they were trying to hide it, but I don't know if it's true. It was just a rumor that trying to hide the information, disciplinary. So the NMSU athletic director and the WAC conference president, they had no tolerance for it, so they immediately terminated his contract, even though he came from North Florida State. So there were correction on the record of 9-15 overall, two and um two 2-15 conference record. So they
Okay,
will
now
last.
I have
Yeah,
a
for
question
sure.
for you, Devin.
Yeah.
What do you think the penalty should be? What do you think the athletic department should hand down as a penalty for this?
A program suspension for NCAA tournament, conference tournament, or any tournaments.
For how
I
long?
would I would say 3 years, maybe five at the most five, because for me, psychologically, how would you have players be okay in that program, like recruitment, trying to convince a high school overseas player come to your program and play for that. It says Aggies on your jersey or New Mexico State.
So you think that's going? So you think that's going to hurt their recruiting too?
Everything.
No question about it. Yes.
Yeah,
I agree.
because they.
I think it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt the school academically, and the recruiting and everything.
Yeah, because it's mind blowing. It's sickening because I was discussing with one of my supervisors about this because he read about this too, and we talked about it when we were working. So,
and because as a young player coming out of high school, and you hear about this stuff happening at New Mexico State, and they come recruiting you, you're gonna be like, man, you want me to go to school that's involved in criminal sexual activity? Nope, it's not happening. So a lot of these top recruits that committed to a New Mexico State, they're gonna be leaving now.
Of course.
They're gonna be going to other schools because if I was a player coming out of high school and I heard about this, I ain't gonna want to go play for a school that let that happen.
Yeah, because I think NCAA, they're still doing an investigation. I think the NCAA will allow players to transfer so they won't lose the transfer use, the protocol.
Yes.
So I would allow that, but we'll see what NCAA have in store as resolving this investigations by New Mexico State Police Department. They're on it, the sheriffs, or.
But I do agree, though. I think the NCAA needs to at least suspend New Mexico State Athletic Department for 3 years. Not only is it going to hurt the basketball team, but it could possibly come down to hurt the football team and the baseball team.
Oh, no question. Yes.
No, even for the women's sports.
Yeah.
But for now, just suspend the men's basketball program.
But,
they can play their season, but they won't be eligible for any tournaments, conference tournaments, and the big dance, the NCAA tournament.
But now that NCAA is going to be watching all the sports at New Mexico State now.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're going to be sitting there with a fine-tooth comb going.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be on campus for a while, going through all the records, transcripts, everything.
Yep. Good luck with that.
They're going to start from the Rudy, go to the Tootie, then from the Tootie back to the Rudy.
Yep.
Yes.
Then other news. Premier League champion Manchester City. There might be some turmoil, some big trouble because of.
Oh
dear.
Here we go.
Right, from false transfer fees. So that could lead into 20 points of deduction on the table in the current standings, possibly suspension from the Premier League. So in soccer we call it regulation, or you can call it demoted into second division in English soccer.
Yes.
So this has gone for like 9 to 10 years, from 2009 to 2018. So basically, they're lying about the financials for players, for players they've been paying for on loans, and players that are going out, leaving for a transfer. So it's a psych of a mess for Manchester City. So if this happens, they could be from 1st to maybe 11th if they get that 20-point deduction. Because in the English Premier League, the top 4 will get to the UEFA Champions League tournament. 5th place is the Europa League tournament. So they'll be ineligible to play in either way with that 20-point production, and this could be like a 3-year suspension from Premier League. And also another soccer news: Barcelona are Barcelona. There's rumors from ESPN FC that they're bribing referees for $1.5 million on calls.
Now, see, now it happened in football. Now it's happening in soccer.
Yep.
Yeah.
I won't say who did it first, but we've been through it.
Because if you stop and look at this, football, it's not football anymore. It's all a big rigged schedule.
Yep.
Because every off season, Vegas sits down, looks at the schedule, and be like, well, we're gonna put $1 million on the Cowboys, and we want the Cowboys to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this could
be.
be.
It's all nothing but a big scam of a joke. Now all sports are getting that way.
Yep.
Right.
So this means Barcelona will be penalized for a 500,000 euros fine, maybe a 15 to 20 point deduction.
Now, how much does that equal out to in US dollars?
I was gonna say that.
About like 170, 170, 180.
Ooh.
Million?
1,000.
Oh, that's still a good chunk of change.
It is. It is.
Oh, Barcelona.
But Barcelona, somehow they have money when they're in debt. They keep paying players and putting out money for the past few years. I don't know how they can, because Barcelona is one of the biggest teams in La Liga, the Spain soccer division, and the European soccer. They're one of the best teams in the world right now. They're considered.
Wow.
Because the great Leo Messi played for Barcelona.
I remember that name.
Yep. Leo Messi from Argentina that just recently won the World Cup.
Yep.
That's his club. He grew up on that club from academy. From the age of 15, he'd been with Barcelona to the age of 33. So he's been loyal to them, and now this has happened. So Barcelona, Manchester City are in big trouble. So that's my news right now.
Okay, guys, moving on to a little bit of NASCAR news here. Who's ready for the Daytona 500?
What, gentlemen, start your engines.
That's the greatest of them all. That's the greatest.
Indy 500.
Is it? Do NASCAR still have that stage racing?
Yes, and that changed, and I will get into that in a little bit. But here is your starting grid for the Daytona 500.
Mm-hmm.
On the pole is Alex Bowman.
And speaking of Alex Bowman, he just recently signed a contract with Hendrick Motorsports to drive the number 48 car.
Mm-hmm.
He renewed that contract.
Yep.
And then behind him, he's got his teammate William Byron.
Woo, number 24. That's the only way I cheer for him.
Starting third is Joey Logano.
Okay.
Defending series champ. Number 4 is Ryan Blaney. Number 5 is Harrison Burton. 6 is Bubba Wallace. 7 is Chris Buescher. 8 is Ross Chastain. 9 is Kevin Harvick. Well, just as Kevin Harvick's last year. He already announced at the end of the season he's done.
Yeah, he announced that. But this is why I kind of lost interest in NASCAR, because all the drivers like Kevin Harvick, Tony Stewart, Jeff Gordon, Dale Jr., who else? Kevin Harvick, Dale Jarrett.
Yeah.
Bobby and Terry Labonte.
Yep. All those drivers I grew up watching now retired.
Yeah.
Ty Gibbs is in the number 54 now, number 18. But when Bush signed with RCR to drive the number 8, Gibbs rebranded the 18 to the 54.
Okay.
All right.
Then we have Christopher Bell, Jimmy Johnson starting 12th.
He made it?
He's driving the number 84 Chevy for Legacy Motors.
He made it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Who's Legacy Motors?
That's him and Richard Petty.
When did Petty Motorsports did all this?
In the off season.
Well, you can tell I've been not paying attention to NASCAR.
How did it go? Jimmy Johnson signed. Not signed, but went into partners with Richard Petty Motorsports.
Mhm.
Okay.
The number 84 Chevrolet.
Of course, it has to be 84.
I know
Yeah.
if you reverse the numbers, it's 48. So that's an inside joke, guys.
Flip it over.
But he's part owner of Legacy Motors now. But he's only going to be driving a limited number of races in his number 84.
Okay.
What they're doing is they want to see how the car performs, and looking for a driver to put in it full time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
So he's just kind of like filling in for a few races. He probably run maybe 10. Like he may run the Daytona, sit out 2
Talladega.
and come back, run Talladega, sit out another 2-3 races. We don't know how he's going to do this.
Yep.
And then Michael McDowell, Eric Jones, Zach Smith, AJ Allmendinger, Austin Dillon, Ricky Stenhouse, Cody Ware, Ty Dillon, and Chandler Smith.
Pretty good list.
And now, what I was talking about with the stage racing, they changed it now. Remember how they used to do the caution flags at the end of each stage.
Yeah.
They're not doing that no more because of what that one driver did was driving up on the wall.
Oh, okay. I remember that race.
Yeah, well, he drove up on the wall. I mean, you watch that race and they come around the turn, see that car up on the wall, like going.
Yeah.
All you see is his wheels up on the wall.
Yep.
Yeah.
He put Lightning McQueen.
Yeah. So there's not going to be no more caution at the end of the stages, but they will allow the cars to come in and do what they need to do on pit road, like get tires, gas.
Right.
So basically, it's a full race nonstop.
Yes. But
So no.
But they still going to have the breaks in between each stage, but it's not cautions. So in other words, let's say you go out there. Let's say stage 1 is 70 laps.
Mm-hmm.
You go out there and run those laps. At the end of that lap, they're going to allow you to come down pit road to get your service.
Okay.
Then you go back out on the track.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So basically, it's going to be like a pit stop on the green. But
okay.
But it's not going to be a pit stop on the green. You're going to have that. You're going to have the intermission in between there. But you're still going to be racing for position out on the track.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's like old school with kind of bit of new school.
Yeah, they're trying to combine the two.
Because I didn't. I didn't care. I don't like the stage racing, but
Me neither. Me neither. I look up the
Yeah.
flag, boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Go out there and
Right.
trade paint.
yep.
I think with this, Gerald.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh,
To
Never
me,
mind.
racing to me is you go out there, trade paint, knock each other's fenders off, but not get hurt doing it.
Yeah.
Rubbing is racing.
yeah.
Hmm.
None of this, oh, well, you got to watch what you do. Oh, hell no. You put me out there on that track, there's like 10 laps left in the race. I'm gonna try my damnedest to come up and win it. Okay, and
Good
there's
evening,
my
sir.
And
other
M's here.
partner. There's my other partner in crime.
Hey, buddy, how's it
A little
going?
bit of NASCAR.
Yep.
Talking about little NASCAR about the pole for the Daytona 500. Got Alex Bowman starting on the starting. Then right behind him, he's got his teammate.
You got all three of them qualified up front.
Yeah.
Whoa! So it's pretty much going to be a Hendrick starting grid.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll be 100. At least, well, if everything shakes out in the Twins tonight, yeah, you could have all 400 cars in the top four.
Yep.
What time does
Go
the
ahead.
Twins come on?
They should be getting ready to get started here in the next 5 to 10 minutes.
On
Go Hendrick.
on Fox, right?
FS1.
Damn, I don't have
Oh, yeah.
FS1.
Yeah.
You know.
Go Team
Nope.
Hendrick.
I had to have I had run into some financial difficulties, so I had to have it turned off for now.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. So go Hendrick though. Even though Jeff Glennon retired, so
Oh yeah, but
Right.
but like I was saying though, about the cautions, there's not going to be no more. Well, Adam can fill you in on more on that about
Right.
the no caution lap at the end of the stages.
That's only specifically for road courses. So there won't be a stage break. They won't be actually throwing the caution to in the stages on the road courses. Instead, they'll at the whatever lap 20, lap 20, just for one of an example. So if lap 20 is the last lap of the stage, whoever's in the top 10 is going to get the stage points. But they won't actually throw the caution. They'll just keep racing.
Right.
so they're doing it for just road courses or all the races?
Just the road courses. Just the road courses.
But Joe would explain like the stage racing for the other tracks, but I don't comprehend with it.
Yeah,
Okay,
well, they're talking about doing it for other tracks too.
No, I haven't heard that.
Hmm.
I like stage racing. I think it provides excitement and opportunities because
Yes.
the biggest problem with motorsports is the fact that once you get 10, 15 laps into a run, you've got what you got. And so what stage racing does is it puts out a caution. So everybody the field gets bunched back up and we restart the race at a predetermined lap. Now I've been to both stage racing and non-stage racing races, for want of a better term, and I think stage racing is amazing. I can't wait to go to Charlotte later this year.
I want
And
to see how that Chicago street race is going to go.
I have low expectations for that personally.
Honestly, I don't think that's going to work.
I don't like
No.
street course. I don't like road courses for NASCAR personally. I don't think that NASCAR has any business running road courses. The one-off. I thought Sonoma and Watkins Glen were perfect. I thought they were the two road courses that we had. I thought they were great.
Yep.
I personally.
The reason why I like the road course they have down here in Austin is because that helps the economy in Austin. Because we got tons of NASCAR fans that live here in Austin, and they would like to go to a race, but they don't have the money to travel. Like Sonoma, Watkins Glen, or any place like that to watch NASCAR live.
Right.
So with them having this track down here in Austin, that's perfect for the NASCAR.
But you guys have, but you have in Dallas or Fort Worth, Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, but that's still too far. That's still that still costs money to travel. But down here, this track in Austin, they don't cost you nothing but maybe $10-15 in fuel to get there.
See, I can't wait for. Actually, I'm honestly looking forward to Coda this year. I thought last year's was a pretty good show, and I can't wait to see what they can do in the third time out.
Yeah.
I actually been to Coda on a delivery.
Oh, nice.
Let me tell you, that track is huge.
It's what, 2.33 miles, I think, if I remember right.
2.34
That's
miles.
it. That's it.
2.34 miles.
It might be bigger than that. It might be 3.4.
Because Talladega is 2.77.
2.66.
6.
I can find out real quick. Let me.
Gerald, what track is in Austin?
That's Coda. That's Circuits of the America.
I heard it.
Oh, the circuit. Talladega is the most impressive piece of architecture I have ever set foot in.
Okay.
Hold on, guys. Hold on.
Yeah.
See, hold on.
What have you been doing today? I've been watching NASCAR
Bubba J.
What is it?
Bubba J. He did a joke about NASCAR.
Okay.
One of Jeff Dunham's puppets.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Adam knows.
I know.
Yeah, I heard
now.
that too.
I know what it is.
Okay, I
Okay.
tried to make a funny moment, but okay, I tried.
It's on 1,500 acres.
Good Lord.
Wow.
It is 3.426 miles wide. I mean long.
Wow.
So how many miles is it for a lap?
3.4.
3.4?
Yeah, I was wrong.
It's
Dang.
2,000. It's 2,300 miles. That's the length of it.
Dang, that's bigger than Talladega.
Yeah. It's huge.
The capacity is 150,000.
So
They have the F1 race there.
So what track did NASCAR did that was like 5 miles, like 5 minutes a lap? Road America?
NASCAR's never run in Road America.
Okay.
No.
Here, how long is a lap around Coda? That's what Adam was asking. Coda.
Yeah, there's
Coda's 3.426 mile raceway runs counterclockwise. So
they run.
It runs backwards.
Yeah.
Oh, so Watson Glen basically.
Yeah.
It has 20 turns.
The elevation changes over 2,000 feet.
Vertical grain of 135 feet. So it's pretty much like going uphill is pretty much like this.
There's a slope.
You go up that hill. That is stunning. You go up that hill, you crest that hill, and you're full on it, up all the way up the hill. And you get down on the binders and get into that next corner.
And here's some
I think
more.
it's a left-hander.
Here's some more on it too. Here, Devin, it's 3.41 miles. It has 11 left turns, 9 right turns, 42 to 52 feet wide, 130 foot elevation change.
Jeez, Adam was right on the elevation.
Climb the hill, I think you climb the hill into a left-hander, if I'm not mistaken. I think you go up
Yes.
and it's into the
You go
left hand.
up,
It's into the. I think
you
it's
go
turn
up,
11.
you go up the hill. Then no sooner you get to the top of the hill, you got a sharp turn. It's like,
Yeah, you go up the
Yeah.
hill, and I think it's into 11. I
yeah.
believe it's
Yeah.
into 11. If I remember
And
right. And
you got to make sure you know how to brake and downshift to get into that turn. Because if you don't, you're gonna run it. You're gonna run smack head into the wall.
I think it's a left back into a right. I think
Yes.
it's a switch. I think it's a switchback off that. You go up the
Yes, it
hill,
is.
break down into 11, accelerate out of 11 into 12.
Yes, and
It's
no sooner you make that left coming out of 11, you go down maybe about I say about 30 feet or something like that. Then you got a right hander that you got to go into.
You guys gotta send me the name of that track. I won't
yeah.
remember.
I'll send you a
Yeah,
link to it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
OTA on Google and pull it up for you.
I'll find a link of a qualifying lap from Coda. I'll send you
yeah.
one. I'll send you an F1 and F1 and a NASCAR because that's F1 runs Coda. And Coda
Yeah.
was specifically purpose built for the American Grand Prix.
Yeah. That's
But
that's
within its second year of operation, NASCAR figures, let's try it and see how it works.
Coda's been
So they
around
bought.
since 2013.
Yeah.
I think the first race was either 2013 or 2014. I'm not sure, but NASCAR tried it out. They figure, hey, it's a good track. It's good for excitement. So after that,
Yeah,
they bought the Craftsman trucks in.
the truck series ran it.
Yeah, the Craftsman trucks
Yeah.
actually run Coda too.
I believe they started. I think the trucks got their. And the trucks went there in 2018 or 19.
Mhm.
2018 was the first race for the trucks.
Yeah.
And then they've run there every year since.
And not only do they run there, but the Xfinity also runs on Coda.
Is the Xfinity going to run Coda this year?
Yes.
Did they run it last year?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So
This
not
sounds
only-
really interesting on that track. How you guys been
It's
telling?
oh yeah, you're an F1 fan, aren't you? You like F1, don't you?
Not F1. I'm more into the. I used to be into NASCAR, but not as much. But I'll see. Like I never seen Coda, the Coda
Coda's
races.
amazing. Coda's
I never,
it's
I never seen the track. I never watched any races. But how you guys describing it sounds very interesting.
it's
So
fun track. I'll find you some qualifying footage so you can get a feel for a lap around Coda.
yeah,
I think it's March the 25th, 26th, and 27th. They're gonna be here. They're gonna be here at Coda,
There you go.
and it's
Right
gonna
on
be
my birthday.
on
Okay.
NBC. I do believe it's gonna be on NBC. If you
No,
get,
it'll be a Fox.
Fox.
It'll be a
Okay.
Fox race.
Fox.
if you get Fox, Devin, turn it on and watch that race from Coda. I mean, you sit
I
there.
NBC
have
doesn't
TV.
really go on.
You watch these cars go up an embankment like this. I mean, you come out of
Straight up.
You come out of pit road, and you got the straight up like this. Then all of a sudden, when you get to the top of it, you got a quick left hander.
Back into a right-hander.
Yeah.
It's
So it's pretty much
and then this is something. It's something that people don't appreciate about auto racing in general, not just NASCAR, but or especially NASCAR. Is the talent that it actually takes to be a race car driver?
Okay, I found it. I found it.
Okay.
yeah, like I told you, I've been to Coda on a delivery, and that track makes Daytona look like a baby.
Yeah.
It's on my bucket list. The 500 and 400, they're on my bucket list. But
If you ever come down to Austin for a Coda race, Adam, look me up, bro.
yeah, definitely. If I get to Coda in the next couple of years, I won't be going alone.
Look me up. I'll be your tour guide around Austin. I'll take you and show you the
Right.
hot spots.
Right
Okay.
on. I won't be
Think that's
going
a-
alone.
Thanks. I found a map of Coda, and turn 1, it's really sharp.
Oh yeah.
That's that.
One,
That's when you come up. That's when you come up off of that straight up. That's where you make that hard left hand.
yeah, you go through the S's, then 10, 11 is really sharp too. 11 from 12 to 19, you're just doing like 1, 2, 3, 3 U's like a snake.
Mm-hmm.
Switchbacks back upon itself. It makes it.
You're constantly going. I mean, you constantly
Yeah.
sitting there whipping that
Well, you
wheel
imagine
back and forth like this.
downshifting, upshifting, matching
Yep.
RPMs.
And
You know,
can you
it takes.
imagine doing that
Here
for
we
30
go.
laps like that, and you sitting here doing this. By the time the 30th lap's over, your shoulders like, ooh.
Well, for the longest time, the reason why NASCAR didn't run road courses is because they couldn't. They just physically could not. It
Right.
wasn't until they used to only run. They used to run Riverside, which was out in California, and
Yep.
then they ran Sonoma and Watkins Glen. It was. I think Watkins Glen didn't come in until the mid '80s. I think it was.
Yeah.
I think Riverside and
88 or 89 was Watkins Glen.
89, I think.
But it used to be
I graduated high school.
Sonoma and Riverside. Well, then the reason that they didn't run a lot of road courses is because they couldn't, because they didn't have power steering. And when you don't have power steering, you physically have to set up the car to turn, and it's hard to turn. It's hard to get 3,400 pounds to go left and right.
Yeah.
You sit
So
going down the track with no power steering, and you get to a turn, you're like,
Yeah.
you try to turn it and downshift the same time. You're like,
Yeah. I have a question. So
okay.
I'm looking at the schedule. Race 15 is a roll ride technology raceway. Is
Yeah.
that a new track or?
Yes and no. It's new to the Cup schedule. It's been around for years.
Like Adam said, it's new to the Cup schedule, but it's been around for years. I think this is the first race that NASCAR is actually going to run on that track. Second. Is that NASCAR?
Yeah, that's Gateway. It's St. Louis.
Because
the Coda race is called Echo Park.
250.
Yeah, Echo Park 250.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Gateway. Last year they ran Gateway.
Bristol's on dirt now.
Yeah, so
Yes,
he's a third year for dirt. He's third.
And that they run Bristol twice a year. One is the dirt race.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
One is the regular race.
This is the asphalt race, the Bristol night race.
Yeah.
And
now in Indianapolis has a road course now.
Mm-hmm.
And Daytona has a road course too now.
No,
Oh, that's no fun on Daytona.
they don't run. They only ran the Daytona road course in 2021 because they couldn't go to California.
But Daytona, if they wanted to, they could turn it into a road course because they had the room there.
They have the road course. They have the 24-hour races run on the Daytona infield course. They ran.
But the tracks that are the most dangerous in NASCAR are Daytona, Talladega,
Watkins Glen,
and Texas.
Mm.
Yeah. Watson Glen, that dirt.
That's a road course. That's a road course.
Yes.
Yeah, Watson Glen, when they had that dirt in turn number 1 before they removed it and paved it, that was a pain.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then
you coming around there doing 100 mile an hour and hit that dirt, and it's just like
take off on you.
Whips that car around. You're like, oh crap! You're sitting there fighting that wheel, trying to get it to quit doing this on you.
Mm-hmm.
And before you know it, you up against the fence.
Yep.
But the Chicago street race. I'm not on the fence about that.
Go.
Well, I'll give it a shot. I'll
watch because I'm gonna watch them all, but
we'll see what happens, and we can do probably a weekly take on tape.
That's what I want to do after this first race. Let's get Daytona ran and see how things are going to go. And after Daytona, then we can. And also, Adam, have you heard that NASCAR has been experimenting with mufflers?
Yeah, they ran them last 2 weeks ago, and at the Coliseum.
Really?
Yeah. They've been experimenting with mufflers.
They're too loud.
But to me, mufflers on a race car, that's not a race car anymore.
It's too loud. It was for hearing protection. So they were just too loud inside the Coliseum. They're too loud inside the small, the short tracks.
Yeah.
We got shuffled out.
Keep your butt at home. Watch it on TV.
Yeah. Yes.
It was too loud in the garage area. They had to do something.
Because me, when I go to a racetrack, when I go to racing, I like to hear the roar of that engine, not some going.
Here comes. You by 2x2, 10 rows deep. They don't even look like they've shifted positions, man.
I like to hear the rumble of the engines, and sometimes, when I used to go to the little short tracks down here, like Longhorn Speedorama and Thunder Hill, when these cars would come around, you could actually feel the ground shaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be 22 rows deep for NASCAR. Now it's maybe 19, 20.
And
yeah, there'll be 40 cars on Sunday afternoon.
I heard that NASCAR is a dying breed. It's slowly dying out.
Yes.
It is.
Yes and no.
For me, it died. Mostly died because like I said, all the drivers I used to watch as a kid, they retired, especially my favorite driver.
Who's your favorite? Jeff?
The day that NASCAR died for me,
Jeff Gordon,
is when we lost Earnhardt.
Yes.
Yep. Jeff Gordon was my favorite when he was in the Rainbow Call. I was 3 years old.
Because I don't care if you're a NASCAR fan or not. If you seen that number 3 out there on the track, that made your day right there.
Not my day.
Do what, Adam?
Oh, he said, "I ruined it."
Yeah, I ruined it. One of the two depends on if you're a driver racing against Earnhardt and you see that number 3 coming up on your back bumper. You had 2 choices: either get out of his way, or he's going to move you.
Be moved.
Physically.
Yeah, but I'm Jeff Gordon fan, so I didn't care for Dale Sr.
Well, Senior was a great driver.
Yes. Yes, he's a great driver, but the rivalry between the veteran Dale Sr. and then the up and coming young Jeff Gordon.
I know it's happening in today's racing too. You got these rookies coming up from the Xfinity Series, getting into the Cup cars, and that's going to start a whole new rivalry system.
Yep. But I'm excited for that chick that female driver that drives in the truck series now. What's her name?
Haley.
Yeah, Hegan. Yeah.
Haley Deegan.
Okay.
She had a great season last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, finally we get a female driver into NASCAR.
Yeah.
Full time.
Well, she's not going to be in there full time just yet.
I thought I saw that she was full time in Truck Series.
She's full time in Truck Series, but not in the car.
Not Cup. Okay.
Okay.
She's got a new team this year too.
Nice.
She's scheduled to make a handful of Xfinity starts.
And just like we were talking about Jimmy Johnson in the number 84 car that's owned by Legacy Motors, he's only going to make a handful of starts in that car.
And you guys can tell how much I watched NASCAR in the past few years, asking all these questions.
Hey, that's okay. Just like with me, I don't know much about soccer. You're our soccer expert, so that's why I go to you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just
I appreciate it.
just like Adam and I are NASCAR guys. You know, we watch NASCAR, so you come to us and ask us questions. And if I don't know the answer, Adam probably knows, and if he doesn't know it, we got Google. We can Google it.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Google will know.
Because like Adam says, what does four dingbats talking sports?
I don't know if I call myself a dingbat, but
that make
And
us.
I
There's
said
only
moron,
two.
so.
Lou and
Okay.
I, we're good. We're good. Lou and
Okay.
I, we're good. It's just Joe and Adam.
Hey!
uh-oh.
I'll own it. I am a moron. I'll own it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm
I
a
love you.
moron.
I
know.
love
If
you,
we
G.
didn't-
I
if we
love you,
didn't,
G.
you would be here.
Moron. You know.
But I'm just a guy who likes sports, and I like to
Me
watch,
too.
and I like to give you my opinion on it.
Me too.
Yeah,
Um,
same.
Speaking
but-
of your opinion, give me your opinion on how the Philadelphia Eagle fans acted after they lost the Super Bowl.
No more.
Not on the. What did you expect?
Duh.
You knew they were going to burn it down regardless of whether they won or lost.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
What do you expect from Philly? I mean, this is the fan base that booed Santa. So, I mean, you expect anything more from them? You're delusional.
No,
They even fight their own fight. The fans fight their
They fight
own
each
fans.
other. Yeah, they
exactly.
fight each other. It's not a problem.
And look what they did to poor Santa Claus. They threw snowballs at poor Santa.
Throwing snowballs and booing him. So I don't know what you
Well,
expected
Santa-
from him.
And
Santa,
then they were throwing eggs and stuff at the 49ers and their fans.
Oh boy.
well, Santa deserves it, man. Santa deserves it, but not the 49ers.
No.
But and I'm sorry I wasn't here for the first part of the show. I was talking to my mom.
Not a problem.
Hey,
I don't get to talk to my mom as much as I would like, so I was talking to her. So
your parents come first. Your parents come first.
Adam, I lost my mom in 2009, and I miss her to this day. So
No.
every chance you get to talk to your mom, take advantage of it and hold it special.
absolutely. So
You
that's where I was.
You never know. You never know when you're gonna get that call saying that your mom is gone.
Right, and I hope I don't have to. It's not a call I'm looking forward to. So
I was
what's up?
I was there when my mom passed away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Dang.
So
Okay.
let's move on quickly. What's up?
Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about, if I may, because I know you probably already talked about the Super Bowl, but I wasn't here for that. So I just want to say one thing real quick about that, and we can move on. But no matter what way that call goes, if they don't throw the flag and KC kicks the field goal and the Eagles go down and kick a field goal of overtime, all the KC fans are going to cry that fight, especially if they miss the field goal. Let's say he misses the field goal because he had already missed the field goal earlier in the game.
Yeah.
If he misses that field goal and the Eagles go down, march down the field, and kick a field goal of their own with no time left, all the KC fans are going to be out there crying that they got hosed, they got robbed, that they got jobbed, that it was a dirty call. And in my opinion, the way I saw it, I thought that I would have thrown the flag. I would have thrown the flag. He held him right off the line. He grabbed a handful of jersey right off the line. And so I expected the flag. It's kind of like you can't call it all year and then not call it in the biggest spot, in the biggest game.
Exactly.
You got to be consistent on your calls. Depending on your crew, you got to. Yeah,
And I mean,
because
if you go back and watch the replay, you clearly seen where he had hold of his jersey.
On the right side. On the right side of his jersey.
Yeah.
Before he goes, as he's making his break, as he's going into his break to create separation, the Eagles DB just reaches out and grabs a handful of jersey. And he admitted it in the post game press conference. And he's like, "Yeah, I grabbed a handful of jersey, hoping I could get away with one."
Yeah, but how did Fox showed it? They didn't show that second angle on the line of scrimmage. They just showed the point of view. Yeah, the wide angle. Yeah, behind the Chiefs' offense.
I still think that
I do have
angle
that I had that second angle, and if I can find it, I will post it in the chat.
I posted in the chat and in our group chat.
I still think the call was one of those unfortunate flags that has to be thrown.
Yeah,
You know, it's like
there's a
It's like if I don't
Well-
call it, I'm gonna get ridiculed for not calling it. But if I call it, I'm
Right.
still gonna get ridiculed for calling it. So damn if you do and damn if you don't.
well, there was
Mhm.
the Eagles' right tackle was offside. Like their ball started like 6 times in a row on one of their touchdown drives. He was jumping the snap every play, and they never
Mhm.
called it. So it's like it cuts both ways. Sometimes and as much as we hate it, as much as it is part of the game. The referees are part of the game. Flag,
Right.
don't let the referees beat you. Jalen Hurts shouldn't have fumbled the damn ball trying to tuck it in, tuck it. And if Jalen Hurts doesn't fumble that ball, if there's a scoop and score,
the Eagles
we're
would
not
won.
we're not having this conversation. The
But I
Eagles
can tell
don't.
you this right now, it
Yeah.
was a great game. It really was a
Oh
great
yeah, absolutely. It's one of the best Super Bowls I told you it was going to be the best Super Bowl since 2014.
Yep.
Yeah,
It was.
you did call it. You did call it, Adam.
The only thing that sucked about the Super Bowl was that sorry halftime.
I didn't even watch. I watch YouTube. I don't watch the halftime shows. But
Yeah.
I want to, if I may, if you'll indulge me
Go for it.
again.
Go for
But
it.
I don't think
course.
that the halftime show isn't for football fans.
No.
It's not, and it's not going to be for football fans. The halftime show is for your girlfriend or your buddy that doesn't like football, but it's something to
Yeah.
do. We're going to be over here. We're partying. We're eating food. We're watching football. Well, yeah, you're watching football, but oh, hey, Rihanna's on. I like Rihanna. It's to keep the casuals engaged. Well,
You do?
we might as well just keep. So you're not going to see a Foo Fighters or a Shinedown or
Utah.
I like to see it.
Rolling Stones or a Motorhead or a Metallica anytime soon because Rolling
Uh-huh.
Stones and Motorhead and Metallica and Shinedown, the bands that we like, well, we're already here. Not NASCAR, sorry, excuse me, NFL. The NFL doesn't need to appeal to us to keep us engaged to watch the second half.
Right.
The NFL knows they've got us in the bag, so they're trying to appeal to the other people who might
Yeah.
The newer
be
generation.
tuned out.
Yeah.
The casuals that
The
might have
newer
tuned.
generation, like I used to say, like I like to say, the newer generation.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not the newer generation.
Mine-
It's the casuals. It's the people it's the girlfriend crowd. It's
Right.
your mom. It's your sister. It's people that don't watch
Your
football
grandmother.
but watch the Super Bowl for the commercials and for the for the halftime performance. Yeah, Dad's
Right.
watching the game. My brother's watching the game, but Rihanna's on. So I'm gonna make him leave it on. And so it's another round of commercials that they get to keep. They get to keep you around for.
Yeah.
That's why
But-
the halftime show is Rihanna or Beyonce or Bruno Mars,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boring.
Justin
Yeah.
Timberlake.
But
How many
I
of y'all? How many of y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel?
I did.
I
I
did.
think.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
And guys, I cannot ask y'all enough. Please share it with your family and friends that are into sports.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. But I like, speaking of Super Bowl, I like that commercial that Tubi made.
Oh yeah.
That was one of the best.
I was sitting there watching it. All of a sudden, I hear Tubi. And I asked my wife. I said, "What are you doing?" She goes,
Yeah.
"Nothing." I thought it was her.
I know it's hers.
I thought my TV mount. I thought my dad's TV malfunctioned on that Tubi commercial, but
Right.
I thought
Yeah.
so too.
We
I'm
all
like,
thought that.
that's one of the best ones I've seen.
I'm sitting
But-
here, matter of fact, it was during the halftime show. I'm sitting there, doing looking up for some information. All of a sudden, I see this Tubi thing pop up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I asked my wife, I said, "What are you doing?" She goes, "Nothing." I go, "Well, the TV just
Nothing.
changed itself." I'm sitting there trying to figure out what the heck's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the best commercials of the year.
And what about that Dodge commercial for the Ram?
Yeah.
But that Tubi commercial though, it's got to go down as the best Super Bowl commercial ever.
Not ever, but it's better than the last few years.
I tell you the best Super Bowl commercial I've seen, and that's where that the Budweiser Clydesdale and that guy, that horse grows up, become that Clydesdale, and then he comes back. And,
I like the one.
All you wanted to see was his buddy.
Yeah, I like the Clydesdale with the zebra when they're playing football in the snow and he's underneath the hood. The zebra.
The zebra.
The Mean Joe Green commercial is got to be my favorite.
Yes.
Oh yeah, with that little kid handing him that Coke, and Mean Joe goes, "Hey kid, throws him the jersey."
Yeah, that's probably my favorite Super Bowl ad.
But I like the Budweiser Clydesdale when as he was training him as a little horse and grows up, and then he gets loose and comes running through town, and that guy's out there puts his hands up, and the horse just stops.
Yeah, but I don't care for the halftime show. I like the one from last year. Like Snoop, Dre, Dr. Dre, Eminem, Kendrick Lamar. That's my type of music. But
give me classic rock and classic country, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
Something like the ZZ Top.
Yeah.
But I'll go for that.
I'm falling.
But Rihanna was on Super Smash Bros. Stage with the different levels.
I saw those memes. They were great.
Yeah.
Guys, I got some good news for you.
Yes.
I'm looking up at the screen saying who's watching and how many likes we've got. So far, for the first show, we got 1 like. That's a start.
Oh, that's one more than we had before we started.
Okay.
That's a start. That's something that we can build on.
It's a start.
Yep. I think I liked it. I think it was me that liked it. I saw it. I was like I said, I was talking to my mom, and so I was scrolling Facebook, and I saw the stream pop up, and so I sent you a link. I think I shared it too. I meant to. I don't know. I may not have.
Yeah.
I meant to.
Yeah, that's Super Bowl. It's going to go down as one of the best since 2014.
I think so. I think it should. I thought it was great. Back and forth all game long.
Yep.
Eagles go down and score. Chiefs go down and score. Eagles come, and I'm like, come on, will somebody just win the game, please?
Yeah.
Well, the Eagles had it in the bag. They had a 10-point lead and pissed it away.
Doesn't mean a thing. Doesn't mean a thing. Down the Super Bowl.
But hey, at least the Falcons were the only team that choked in the Super Bowl. That's what I gotta say.
But don't take nothing away from Jalen Hurst. He did great.
Oh, he played a great game. Yes. He just made one mistake.
3 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing, and that fumble, like Adam was saying, killed it.
And so did that holding call. That's what killed it. That's 2 plays right there is what killed the Eagles.
But but football is not just 2 plays, It's a series of plays over the course of 60 minutes. And so you can't, we like to look at these things in a vacuum, and there were things that, mistakes that the Eagles made. They overcommitted on the pursuit on the 2 touchdown passes. They got caught in the wash. They got lost in the wash on the 2 short Kansas City passing touchdowns. Who gave me a speaking job?
Yeah. Okay.
Calm down, Pucky Pig.
I know, right?
That's all, folks.
Yeah.
And so those 2, we look at the fumble and the holding call, but those weren't the only 2 plays in the game that make up the difference. I mean, like Harrison Butker misses that first kick, and and it changes the dynamic of the game for 3.5 quarters. For 3.5 quarters, the Kansas City, they went down 17-14 at the half.
Yeah.
And and if Butker kicks that field goal, it's tied at 14, and or tied at 17. And it's a totally different game if he makes that field goal, and so there's no one play that wins you or loses you the game. It's a
Yeah.
series of good plays and mistakes. I mean, how if we're sat here talking about Devontae Smith just absolutely eating Snead alive, undressing
Yeah.
him and going
Right.
for 45. If the Eagles defense can stop something other than a soft breeze,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
the Eagles
my
defense had no answer for Mahomes all night.
I have some
No,
family that I have some family that lives down in Phoenix, and they're glad the Super Bowl is over.
I bet.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Yeah, but next year is in Vegas.
oh God, at Reliance. I mean, at
Mm.
what's the
Is it
name of it?
At
Reliance?
that vacuum clean looking stadium.
It's a vacuum.
The poop hole. That's what I call it. It's the poop hole.
And
That's the only playoff game that the Raiders will host.
nothing but the poop.
Speaking of Raiders,
Oh, that's not right.
speaking of the Raiders, the Raiders
I mean,
officially,
he's not wrong, but
the Raiders
I tried.
officially released Derek Carr,
About
Right.
time.
Derek Carr.
and now here's rumors that he may end up with the Saints.
The Raiders were trying to trade him to the Saints, but Derek Carr said no because he had that no trade clause. But Derek Carr wanted to stick it to Mike. Is it Mike Davis, the owner?
Mark Davis.
Mark Davis. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for the correction. Mark Davis,
No
that
problem.
pumpkin pie helicutted freak, that
I mean,
Lloyd
he is his
Christmas
father's
look-alike.
He is his father's son.
Tell
Like
us how
his-
you really feel, Devin. Tell us how you really feel.
That
Yeah, please.
the Lloyd Christmas look-alike.
Mm.
I don't
Hey,
understand.
hey.
I don't
Hey, that's not
understand
fair
why.
to Lloyd.
Oh, sorry, Lloyd. Sorry, Jim Carrey. Anyways, but I don't know
No,
why
never.
you would treat David Carr that way. He's tried his best. You don't build the team around him. The only weapon that he has was Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams. That's it.
The problem is that he's been there for what, 6 years now, and
Yeah.
in the 6 years he's been there, they have never developed anything for him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They
That's
They
my
did-
problem.
They didn't out of the time he's been with the Raiders. They never bought any in an offensive line that would block for him.
Yeah.
The only two players they bought in that could possibly help him is like Devin was saying, Jacobs and Adams.
Yeah. But
And- it's hard to be consistent when there's no consistency. Every 3 years he's getting a new coordinator or a new head coach,
And
and
I
it's
don't
so
think,
hard to build a winner
and I don't think Josh McDaniels is the right fit for the Raiders.
anywhere. He's another coach like we were talking about. This may have been off air, just me and you, talking about, or maybe after Brad's show last week. I don't remember, but some guys are just coordinators. Some guys are never meant to be a head coach. And
yeah.
I think Josh McDaniels,
He was a great offensive coordinator.
he's a genius. He's an offensive genius.
Yeah.
But to be a head coach, you can't just be a genius.
No.
And unfortunately, there's so much that goes in. And I don't know, and because I know that you're a Cowboys fan, there, Joe, and I'm sure you've watched the documentaries of the post Jimmy Johnson years with Troy Aikman, and Troy Aikman talking about how Barry Switzer just wanted to be everybody's friend, didn't want any competition, didn't want to be the bad guy. And Troy was like, by the end, 98, 99, he'd had a couple of concussions and he was tired. He was tired of being the only one that would get in guys' faces, that would try to motivate them, that would yell and scream and try to get them to respond. And when your head coach, when Jimmy Johnson was in Dallas, Jimmy would be that firecracker. He would grab whoever, let's say Emmitt Smith, missed a cut. right? This is Emmitt Smith, one of the greatest backs of all time, and he missed a lane. And Jimmy Johnson's reading the riot act. Or Michael Irvin runs, supposed to run an 8-yard in, and he only runs a 6.5-yard in. And Jimmy Johnson's just parading him up and down one side, down the other. And then Troy would be able to go over there and be, all right, don't worry about it. It's Jimmy, how he is. And everybody be like, all right, and the next time they ran that play, Michael runs the 8 yards because Jimmy Johnson wasn't going to put up with it.
Yep.
Speaking of Jimmy, there's a story going around that it was either Michael Irving or Troy Aikman was late for getting to the team bus to come back from a game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So what did Jimmy do? He tells the driver, "Go on." He goes, "What about the player?" He goes, "Go on. He can find his own way back to Dallas."
Yeah.
Yep. And
Did
that's
he hear
how.
what-
And that's how you.
Go ahead.
And that's how you have to be as a head coach.
Mm-hmm.
To a certain extent, to a certain level. You also have to be you have to have a great understanding of how people are. You have to be a people person to be a great head coach.
And Jimmy
have to-
Johnson was that type of coach.
You have to know how to be both an authoritarian, disciplinarian, and a good motivator. You can yell at me all day long, but if I don't believe in the fight, I'm not going into battle with you.
Mm-hmm.
You can be my best friend, but if I don't believe in the fight, I ain't going into battle with you.
And
You know,
that's
if
what's
I
going
don't,
on right now with the Cowboys and Mike McCarthy, they're not buying into what McCarthy is saying.
he's selling them an MLM, and they ain't buying it.
Yep. I was gonna say, did you guys hear what Derek Carr during the post skills did he say in his interview?
Mm-mm.
After the
No,
Pro Bowl,
what do you say?
Yeah. He's like, Ryan Clark said, like, are you that hot right now? You had a hot hair. I'm not that hot. That's why I'm going somewhere out.
Mm.
He stuck it to the Raiders when he said that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think he can do better with another team.
Yep. And also, NFC South this year is going to be wide open. NFC South division between the
Mhm.
Bucks, Saints, Panthers, and my Falcons.
Yeah.
Now,
I like the Falcons.
here's two
Honestly.
teams. Here's two teams that Derek Carr could end up on as of right now. This
Right.
The, S-
Saints are the Bucks.
I thought it was the Panthers.
I've
that too.
heard the Saints, the Bucks, the Panthers. I've also heard Indianapolis floated and Washington.
Well, with this coach
More-
now, that
more so
What
in-
the heck is
more so-
Washington? Washington's as bad as a coach with all these quarterbacks.
Washington.
now with the coach getting that new coach they have now from the Eagles. I can see Derek Carr going over to the Indianapolis Colts and being a top-notch quarterback.
Okay.
Especially-
what does
Look what
that?
he did with Jalen Hurts.
Especially with him being a OC and knows how to work with a quarterback.
Yep.
But what
What's
does that mean for Matt Ryan? He's on contract, I think.
I think Matt Ryan's done.
Yeah,
I think Matt Ryan will retire.
I agree with Adam. I think Matt Ryan. If Derek Carr goes to the Colts, Matt Ryan's going to retire.
Yeah.
I've heard him talk about it in the media, kind of like a tweet or like he what do you call that when he a quote he gave a quote to a
Spoiler.
reporter.
Yeah.
And he
David?
said something about he was still discussing and contemplating coming back for another year or retiring. He's like, I don't know whether to embrace the means and retire on 328 or come back for another year.
Yeah.
So
But it
He
all
should
depends-
retire after he was done in Atlanta.
The what, Devin?
Oh, sorry.
After his days in Atlanta was done,
Mhm.
we knew that Matt Ryan's done in Atlanta. He should have retired. That's my opinion on Matt Ryan. I love him.
Yeah.
I love Matt
think-
Ryan. He did a lot more with little pieces from 2008 to his career leading us to the Super Bowl. He's the first ever Falcon to win an MVP award.
But again, here's my thinking on this whole Matt Ryan thing. If, excuse me, if Derek Carr goes to the Colts, Matt Ryan is going to retire.
Yeah.
As a Falcon, I hope.
He could retire
He'll
as
be a
a
Falcon.
Falcon, or he could retire as a Colt. He could pull the same thing that DeMarcus Ware did. Leave the Colts, go back to the Falcons, sign a 1-day contract, and retire.
Mhm.
But then again, he could stay on with the Colts as a backup. Matt Ryan.
That's an expensive backup.
He could
Because
take a cut.
because he already took a cut and he's still expensive.
But
because
what's not to say that this new coach they got coming in now, Steve,
Yeah,
what's his last name?
Yeah.
Damn it. But what's not to say that this new coach they got coming in can turn Matt Ryan around?
Yeah, he could. He could be revitalize Matt Ryan's career.
Yeah.
Because look at the quarterbacks that Frank Wright had when he was with the Colts. He had Golf, Rivers. He had Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Phillip Rivers and Matt Ryan.
Golf wasn't in Indy.
Yes, he was.
No,
yes,
he wasn't.
Yes.
No, he wasn't.
Okay, then who was that other quarterback they had before they got
Andrew Luck.
Huh?
Andrew Luck.
Yeah. Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck. I'm sorry. I keep getting those two mixed up, but he had Luck, he had Rivers, and he had
Yeah, no
Ryan.
Luck.
Carson Wentz.
That's the other
And
one.
Carson. Well, Carson was a bum anyhow.
Duh.
Ever since the knee injury,
But
he looked like the
those
next
three quarterbacks-
coming.
But those three quarterbacks, Frank could not get them anywhere. Matt Ryan comes in, still can't do anything.
Well, Matt Ryan's getting over like almost $40 million a year.
So
Unfortunately, there we go.
if I was the new head coach of the Colts, I would tell Matt Ryan, look, you got 1 year to prove yourself.
He's the best solution now.
This is your year to prove yourself. If you do not prove yourself, we will look to either cut you or trade you.
I would say just cut him because you're saving probably about, if my math was right, probably about $20 million on cap, and then probably like about 7 to 18 million in dead money by himself.
Probably something around there.
So yeah,
Honestly, I don't see Matt Ryan coming back for one more.
no, me
I
neither.
think this is it.
Yeah.
But come back as a Falcon to retire. Not to play.
Don't be surprised within the next few months or even few weeks. You see Matt Ryan comes out and says, "I'm retiring from the NFL."
I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Do not be surprised.
No.
I'll probably cry. Because I'm a big Matt Ryan fan. I defended him.
Okay.
I've been a Matt Ryan fan ever since his days in Boston College.
I was a Matt Ryan fan when he came out in a draft. I told some friends of mine, I said, I hope the Cowboys pick up Matt Ryan.
Nope.
Yeah.
Because I like what he did at Boston College. He was great at Boston College.
Wasn't Matt a first overall pick though?
Yes.
No, not first overall. He was a eighth. He was a fourth overall pick in 2008.
Who went number one and over? Did I make it?
What's it called? I'll look into that. You guys can keep talking.
Matt Ryan was a good QB in his time.
He was. Matt Ryan is one of those guys he's another one of those who's better kind of guys.
And what I like about Matt Ryan, that's how come they call him Ice, because he was cool, calm, and collective under pressure.
Yeah.
No, that's incorrect.
Oh.
Matt Ryan was named Matty Ice because he iced the game. He put teams away.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So
I
Matt Ryan was the 3rd overall pick.
And it was the Arizona. I mean, it was the
Atlanta
Falcons that
Falcons.
drafted him in 2008. He was with the Falcons up until what, last year?
2021, 2022.
Yep. 21. And answer to your question, Adam, Miami drafted Jake Long 1st overall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then who went second?
Chris Long of the then St. Louis Rams.
Okay.
Which is Howie Long's son.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah,
And Jake Long was the offensive lineman.
Yep.
So,
Takes me back. A long
what?
short trip down memory lane.
Yep.
Right?
I can't
Yep.
believe it. It's already been 15 years since Matt Ryan came in the league.
I know.
Yep.
Jesus.
Making me feel old.
You
You're already old.
I was 16 when Matt Ryan. That's when all the players were still a lot older than I am. They were all.
the oldest people here, guys, is Lou and myself.
Right.
I'm the youngest.
Yeah, you're what,
You
8,
are.
9, something like that.
Like
Devin's only 20.
27. Thank you very much. 27.
27. Okay.
Jesus, you child.
I'll
No,
be
I'm kidding.
50 this year. I'm knocking on the
Yeah.
door at 50.
You look older.
Oh, good. Kick him off. Kick him. Kick him.
No, come out of here.
Right here, brother. Right here.
I love you too.
Yeah.
But I was only 13 years old when Matt Ryan got drafted.
I was 16 when Matt Ryan got drafted. Just turned 31 2 weeks ago.
Damn, Lou. I bet you that makes you feel like the daddy of the group, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not far behind you. Save me some room on that couch because I'm coming up.
Grandpa's.
Right.
And don't you dare change that channel. He's just resting his eyes.
Right.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah,
I'm still scanning the channels, but I'm one channel away from hitting the big 5-0.
Right.
But they said everything after 40 is downhill. I believe them.
35.
Oh,
40,
good Lord. 30,
40
35? 35?
40
Yeah.
is the new
Don't make Adam feel bad.
Uh-huh.
He's getting
Yeah,
close.
I got 4 years.
I know.
On that note, fellas, I gotta say goodnight. But
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see you in a few minutes
next
there,
week,
Joe.
Yeah, we got a minute left, so I'm going to say good night myself. I want to thank these three knuckleheads for joining me again tonight. Guys, it's always a pleasure having y'all on. Y'all welcome back anytime.
The pleasure is all mine.
This has been the Wisniewski Report, part of Snowman Media, NGSC Sports, and Game Winner Sports Network. Till next week, peace.
That print, send it.